Hi, these comments are for STY. I am Michael, the founder, owner, and the materials writer for OTC, online TOEFLcourse.com. I got better TOEFL scores on my YouTube channel. Everything about TOEFL, that's what I am. And you're doing what's called my free TOEFL speaking evaluation service. So you want to get an estimation of your overall speaking score, right? From 0 to 30 points. And believe it or not, I can do that accurately on the with just one speaking task. I don't need all four to give you a pretty good idea where you are right now. One of my students just last, or somebody submitted a practice test. I told them 21, and they said that's exactly what the score was on the TOEFL exam. It was 21 points. A couple of my students over the last 2 or 3 months, they did get 26 and 28 on the speaking section. So if you ever consider my TOEFL services, you'll see them right below my name in this email. I can certainly help you reach your target score. Okay, we got the rubrics right here. Now we also have your speaking task here. So you're answering, what do you think is better, studying alone or studying in a group?
In my opinion, studying alone is much better than studying with other people, because when we choose people to study with, we tend to choose our friends. And when we are doing a study session with a friend, it's more of a hangout than a study session, because we end up not being able to concentrate and not being able to focus. And we usually start talking to them, and a little chit chat then becomes a long conversation, a discussion. And studying is something that requires your complete attention, and it can't be something done when you're doing something at the same time. So I believe doing things with friends and studying are mutually exclusive, therefore they are not possible to do at the same time.
Okay. And I'm going to listen to it one more time. My first impression is between 3.0 and 3.5. So maybe between 23 and 26 points. That's where I'm at right now. Let's listen to it one more time.
In my opinion, studying alone is much better than studying with other people.
Okay, so studying alone is much better than studying with other people, right? So then talk about the advantages of studying alone. But you're focusing on the disadvantages of studying in a group. I guess you can do that. But you can say studying in a group has more disadvantages than studying alone. If you say it like that, then you can start by talking about the disadvantages of studying in a group. Again, you might start off and say studying in a group has more disadvantages than studying alone. So what you do in the beginning, the introduction, your response needs to follow that structure, and that gives you a little bit better kind of order to your ideas there. Okay, let's keep going.
Because when we choose people to study with, we tend to choose our friends. And
When you tend to, let's just stay away from the you point of view. It's tempting. You're trying to go there. I know you want to go there, but try not to use the you point of view.
when we are doing a study session with a friend, it's more of a hangout than a study session, because we end up not being able to concentrate and not being able to focus. And we usually start talking to them, and a little chit chat then becomes a long conversation, a
Okay?
discussion. And studying is something that requires your complete attention, and it can't be something done.
So the word study is requires your, I would say requires our complete attention or my complete attention, not your, because what you've done in the response so far, primarily you're using that first person plural point of view, we. So then if you use that point of view during most of your response, and then all of a sudden you shift to that second person singular point of view, I'm going to consider that a inconsistency in your point of view, and that is a language use issue.
When you're doing something at the same time. So I believe Doing things with friends and studying are mutually exclusive, therefore they are not possible to do at the same time.
Okay, now my question for you is, do you have a specific example maybe when you were preparing for a biology exam or maybe a history exam, maybe it was a writing midterm exam you're getting ready for, and you indeed did study with a group, and while you were studying with a group, because they were your close friends, you ended up talking more about movies and friends and off-topic type things than you were talking about the study materials. So if you can give an example to illustrate that, I think that would be very helpful there. That's going to help you in the area. I don't know, it says overall development is somewhat limited, usually lacks elaboration or specificity. So I'm going to say you lack some specificity. You need to be more specific when you get to your specific examples. Don't just talk about things we, or you. How about I? You know, when I was preparing for a biology exam, I decided to study in a group with my close friends. While we're preparing for our test, instead of talking about cell division and meiosis and mitosis, the two most important concepts in the chapter, we were talking about what movies we watched last week. Therefore, we weren't very focused on our studies. We're more focused on our personal lives. See, that's specific, right? And I just made that up, right? That's specific. That's what I'm looking for. I think that's what the IBT human raters are wanting. Okay, so I'm going to put you at 3. I'm going to say 3.0 out of 4, 23 points out of 30. I think with some practice, I think I can get you at 30 points. I don't think it'll take that long. The good thing is you have great delivery. You speak quickly. You have fluidity of expression, well-paced flow. You don't have a lot of minor pauses and hesitations. So what I will do is I will help you with your topic development where you can get things a little bit more organized and more focused. And I think with just a few changes, when you take the TOEFL exam, you should be getting close to 30 out of 30 points. I believe this. All right, thank you. And subscribe. Subscribe to my YouTube channel. What are you waiting on? You'll notice right below my name, you'll see a subscription option. Click it. And then click on the bell to get notifications when I'm publishing new content. And thank you for doing this free TOEFL speaking practice test.